everyone, this is Monkbot. This is a redstone tutorial, and this is my auto super smelter. So it's very simple to use. Over here is where you dump in the coal. So if you put it in that chest and come to the bottom here, you'll see that these hoppers will suck up the items from this chest, put them into this item elevator, which is powered by that conditional clock. The items then go into these hoppers here, drop them into that hopper, and then, or hopper with minecart rather, and then the items from there are sucked up by these hoppers and then put into the back of this furnace, aka the fuel slot. This chest up here is for the items to be smelted, and basically what this is a queue buffer. You could just click on the minecart and toss items in there, but if you've just come back from mining, you've got a full row of stacks of cobblestone, you could just dump them all in there instead of dumping 5 in, waiting and dumping the other 4 in. So from there, sucked up into this hopper, dumped into this minecart, and then picked up by these hoppers here and put into the top of the furnace, aka the input. And then the output comes down to these hoppers along the bottom here, and they all run into this chest on the right here. So this is kind of large. It's not horribly big, and it does use 2 minecarts, so a tiny bit of lag could stem from these, but overall pretty smooth, and these things do look a little derpy. From time to time you'll see that that one doesn't like to go all the way over, or sometimes that'll just like randomly stop in the middle, but no worries, it does actually go all the way over. So anyways, this is one of my nicer looking builds, I think, as far as redstone goes, so let's start building it. Alright, so you want to start with the standing platform. The depth of this does not matter, however the width of it needs to be 7 blocks, and that is 1 for each chest, which is 2 and 5 furnaces in the middle. So if you come along the back here, you can chuck down chests on both sides like this, and then running into the chest on the right, if you're looking at the front of it, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoppers like this, and that just runs all the way across to the other chest. And on top of each one of these, you need a furnace, and if you hold shift, you can place on top of the furnace without opening it. And then on top of each of these furnaces here, you just need to chuck down a couple furnaces, or not furnaces, these are hoppers. And then from there, you can come out 1 block like this, and then do the same thing on the other side, and then come up 1 block diagonally, and do that here too. And then from there, you can put powered rail on the corners, and normal rail in the middle. And then if you come along the back here, put down a lever there, flip them both on, that will power this rail, and will eventually power the bottom rail as well. And then if you come out the middle here, you can take a hopper like this, find the middle furnace, or third from the left or right, and then to the side of this powered rail, or regular rail, sorry, in the middle, you place a hopper like that, just on top of that, and that is the input for the items to be smelted. That is for the coal or whatever fuel source you're using, and that is for the output. And then along the back here is where the rest of it will go, and that is for running into the furnaces here. So you can place hoppers like this, and then you can come out 1 more block, 1 more block, and then up 1 block like this, and then do it over here as well. And right below both of these levers here, you can put powered rails, and this part can get a little screwy, so bear with me right here. But if you take some regular rails and run them across like this, this actually worked really well. Oh, until that last one. Okay, if we just break that, chuck that down, and that down. So yeah, that's a little weird like that. So then these levers are powering both of those, so that's cool. And then coming out at the bottom here, out of this chest, you can place a few hoppers like that. And I do believe it's 2, it is 3. Sorry for that. You need a dropper. Why don't I have any selected? There we go. Drop in the middle like this, and just start placing those up like that, so that you have a place to run your hoppers into. So right like that, and then if you grab a few more supplies, you need a comparator, repeater, and redstone dust. And then you can run out of this bottom dropper here, comparator, set it to subtract mode, then a repeater, and then a block on the side here, and then just dust around the outside of this. And this is a conditional clock. I use it in quite a bit of my builds. But when this is to subtract mode, the output coming out of this will go into the side here, and then this actually needs to be a repeater. So it goes into the side here, it subtracts its own signal, which sets it back to 0, and then it goes back on when there's an item in here. That repeats itself, and this repeater over here is going into this block, so that you can take redstone torches like this, chuck them down there, and there, and then take a few more a dropper rather, and then on top of this middle track here, place one hopper facing down, one into its side, and then you can grab two minecart with hoppers rather, chuck them down there, and that is the entire build done, and is completely good to use. I can tell you that these ones on the left and right here are not entirely efficient. They tend to have one or two less pieces of coal and about 4 or 5 less pieces of items, whatever that item may be. So keep that in mind if you want to reduce this down to 3. These 3 are pretty much equally spread. You might get 1 piece of coal and 2 or 3 items, but it's nothing horribly noticeable. So thanks for watching. This has been Mopbot, and I'm out.